What is going on, everyone? It's Mike, it's John back again, and this is your match preview. It's Everton against Bournemouth, Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff. And I thought I would do you all with the intro first before everything. John in the background was like, what's going on here? I ain't used to this. I don't know what this is. So, look, it's only right we get straight over to the man himself. Bournemouth at Goodison. If you'd have asked me this 3 weeks ago, I probably would have gone, yeah, we get hammered 3-0. I'm slightly more confident now, John.
Yeah, listen, I'm not overly confident. Let's just say that under Areola this season, mate, Bournemouth are smashing it. When you look at the 3 games David Moyes has had up to now, Villa, Tottenham and Brighton, 4, and Leicester. This is probably going to be the toughest game we've had up to now against a good Bournemouth team who score lots of goals, are good at the back. He's got them playing well. Again, I say this about good teams. Every player knows what his job is. And listen, this is a tough game for Everton. If we want to go through to the next round, we're going to have to put a top performance in. And he's going to have to pick the strongest team possible, in my opinion.
Yeah, I actually don't disagree, and I think it's really important for me that if we're going to go into this game, we give it a go. You know, I don't want us to, because we're not mathematically safe. I don't want us to look at the FA Cup and go, oh yeah, we won't. You know, we won't put all. You know, we won't have a proper go. If you get what I mean, I want us to really go for it, because I'm not saying we're going to win the FA Cup, but wouldn't it be nice to have a cup run in the last season at Goodison?
Mate, the only way we give us a chance of winning the FA Cup is by going through on Saturday and progressing every round. And the thing is, mate, you've got to beat good teams on the way. You will play good teams at some point in the FA Cup to progress to the final. I'm not saying we're going to get to the final. I like what you say there about 3 weeks ago. It would have been a game that you were sort of dreading under the previous manager. I don't go into games now worried that we're not going to put a performance in. And I think even though it's an FA Cup, and as you quite rightly say, we're not mathematically safe yet. You know, I think a lot of Evertonians believe we're going to be okay now, the majority of us. But I still don't think we can take our foot off the gas. But what I will say, David Moyes will treat this game with the utmost respect. He's got a full house behind him at Goodison Park. He's made up to be back. You can see that. He'll have the boys well drilled. And I expect to see a performance from Everton on Saturday showing that they want to progress in this FA Cup. Because 3 weeks ago, mate, under Sean Dyche, we could be standing here doing this match preview. And you know, how many times did I come out when we were doing a match preview and say, we don't know what Everton we're going to get. We don't know what team he's going to pick. We don't know what he's going to do. Under this manager now, we've got an idea that he's going to go strong. Every player knows his position. They're playing for the manager. They're playing for the club. And I just think we will put more of a fight up against a very, very good Bournemouth team under Moyes than what we would have done 3 weeks ago under Sean Dyche.
Yeah. And I think the where's he gone? Oh, there he is. Hello. I think there's interesting things with Bournemouth and Everton. There's been some mind-bending games over the years. You know, I think I remember a 5-3, a 3-3. We were 3-1 up and ended up drawing 3-3. We lost 3-2 at Goodison this season. And some of the stats, look, I've put some stats together before I started the video, and Everton, as you can see across the bottom, Everton have played 18 times against Bournemouth. And we've actually got a lower win record against Bournemouth than they have against us. They've won 9 times, we've won 7. So Bournemouth are a team that Everton have struggled against at times. Obviously, the key one was the one where Decore scored and we stayed in the Premier League. But we have struggled against Bournemouth. So I just want to change that. You know, I want Everton on Saturday to put a performance in on another better performance like he put in last weekend. I want to see James Garner again putting those balls through the middle. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing the new signing, Alcaraz, for maybe half an hour, 25 minutes or something to get some minutes in his legs. I'm looking forward to seeing Enjoy, tearing Bournemouth a new one, because when we played them earlier in the season, we were 2-0 up. And to be honest, we could have been 5-0 up. Calvert-Lewin missed a one-on-one. I think there was a penalty shout. I think we hit the post as well. But either way, we were 2-0 up and we were absolutely cruising.
And this is the thing, we know this team, this squad of players is capable of giving a very good Bournemouth side a game, because as you quite rightly say, 2-0 up when Everton were 2-0 up, that flattered Bournemouth. It could have been more, but obviously we capitulated, and we've done it. We've done it against Villa as well more recently, and I just think under David Moyes, if we go 2-0 up against most teams now, I'd feel more confident under this manager, because he'll know what substitutes to make. He'll know how to see a game out. And under the previous manager, mate, whether we were 2-0 up, 3-0 up or 2-0 down, we still played the same way. Whereas David Moyes has got these players well drilled now. If he has to change the game in game time, he will, to see the game through. I'm more confident under this manager that we can get a positive result against a very good Bournemouth team with, as I said before, very good individual players. I'm confident on Saturday that we'll put a performance in, and I think if we play to our capabilities like we have since Moyes has come in, I think we might just snatch the win.
Yeah, I think Everton win this game. And I know that sounds really, really confident. And look, at some point we've got to lose. But Everton are playing quite well. And Bournemouth have just been beaten for the first time in a while against a Liverpool side. Now, don't get me wrong, Bournemouth played okay against Liverpool, but that will knock their confidence. And I just think it'd be really useful to get a win in this game before the Merseyside derby midweek. It's a big week for Everton, because if they can get through in the FA Cup, and look, let's just, if they could get a very positive result midweek as well, you're completely back on track, aren't you? You are completely back on track at that point.
Mate, it is a big week, Come Saturday, our season could be over. And listen, we're sick of our season being over in January and February, because we haven't really done well in the FA Cup for a good few years now. So we deserve a good cup run. Also, mate, I'd like to think this squad of players now, with the better mentality they've got, will want to go out there on Saturday and, give Bournemouth a taste of their own medicine. At the end of the day, mate, they've beat us at Goodison when we were 2-0 up. So it's revenge. I hope this squad of players now go out on Saturday for some revenge, mate, because if they do, as I keep saying, the way we're playing, it's a newfound confidence, mate. I've got you saying there, if we win on Saturday and if we get a positive result next Wednesday, we're back on track. Now, how long is it been since we could talk positive about our football club and the way we're feeling? Mate, it's a long time ago. It's a long time ago. We've had sorry.
Mate, sorry, but you met on track. Mate, this football club has been, it's been derailed for the last 4 years. Mate, the track's been going left and the carriages have been going right. That's how I
fell off a fucking bridge.
That's honest to God, mate. Honest to God, we've been rolling down wherever. It's been horrendous, and
them words you've just said there, back on track. That's 3 massive words for us Everton fans, and this is a football club, mate. Because as I say, when was the last time we could feel confident, going into a game against the likes of Bournemouth, who were flying in the league, We're playing them at home at Goodison Park. The crowds have been more up for it lately. The atmospheres seem to be a bit better. And inadvertently, mate, and I've said this for a good few years now, it takes the players to lift the crowd, mate. And what does it tell you? Since David Moyes has come in, Goodison's been a bit louder because the players are putting a shift in to lift us. Inadvertently, mate, they're getting the feedback off us as well. So all around now, mate, from top to bottom, there's more positivity, and we can go into this game against the Bournemouth who are flying with some confidence that we can get a result out of it. And then we go into the derby. And I've had this funny feeling for a while now, mate, that we actually nick a draw off these. If we could go through and minimum get a draw off them, mate, we're not just back on track, mate. We're like one of them fucking Chinese bullet trains. Fucking God. That's what we are, mate. We're going to be a Chinese bullet train in a good few years, mate. No one will catch us.
I'm just...
It's confidence, mate, and it's as each week goes by and as each result goes by, these match previews are getting so much more positive and happy, and it's a good time to be. But I mean, even the comments the other night, someone put, "How can John tell everyone to calm down the way he is?" or something like that along them lines. This is the new me. You're not going to see rants while our football club is making me feel like this. So I'm sorry if you want me to rant, but I'd rather feel like this than smashing my phone off and fucking running after it and stuff like that. So yeah, it's good time to be a Blue.
Yeah, it's much better. It's much, much better. And look, just talking about the team, do you think he makes... Obviously, he's got the two changes that he had to make last week, but there didn't appear to be any new injuries. So, what team do you go with?
I think he probably starts with the same team, mate. If there was ever going to be a change, I wouldn't mind seeing Decore taken out. And whether he uses it as an excuse to rest him or he's not going to tell us he thinks he's shit like we all do. But, Alcaraz come in for Decore, give him an hour, see what he can do. And if he's struggling, bring Decore on. But apart from that, mate, the way we set out last week and we were 2-0 up within 10 minutes, there was intent from that team that he picked. And I'd like to think we can carry on with it this week at Goodison. Second home game in a week. I don't expect too many. We have to go strong. I said this the other night. We have to go strong. I was going to ask you a question. Do you think Bournemouth play a bit more of a weaker team because of the position they're in the league and how high they are?
Uno momento. Let me just have a little look at something. So,
you don't get this on any other YouTube channel, do you? Where I've got what you call it when I'm talking while you're doing something.
Called
something. What's it called?
I don't know.
Anyone knows what that is? Put it in the comments. What is it called? It's like filling in, but it's not called filling in. But what's it called? I don't know. He's a stat man.
Brilliant. Right. I'm trying to zoom in on the... there we go. Right. Okay. So, Bournemouth is 7th. John, you won't be able to see this because your eyesight is so bad. But everyone else on the screen can see this. So, Bournemouth is 7th. And as you can clearly see, they are 3 points off a Champions League spot. Now, I'm not saying I suspect they'll rest players, but it wouldn't surprise
have a strong bench.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they might. For example, Kluivert. Kluivert's been playing out of his skin this season, but surely he needs a rest. and he should be rested. This week is a perfect week to rest someone like Kluivert. So I strongly suggest he doesn't play. But the other issue we've got, John, is we've played Bournemouth now. Is it 3 times we've played Bournemouth, if I remember?
In the cup?
Just in general?
Well, have we played them away?
I don't know. I feel like we are. I don't know. I feel like
we
are.
How can we have played them 3 times? We played them at Goodison. How can we have played them 3 times?
I don't know. I just feel, I don't know. But either way...
You're losing the fucking plot, you, mate.
But either way, I feel like this is a game that Bournemouth can afford to lose. So I get what you're saying about dropping players and resting players. I don't get that impression with this manager, though. You know, I feel like Areola will go for absolutely everything as long as he can.
Who do you think out the 2 teams go for it more and field the strongest possible lineup?
Oh, Everton.
That's what we want. That's what we want to see. And as you quite rightly said before, he might take a couple out. He might take Kluivert out. But at the end of the day, mate, he'll have a strong bench. He will have a strong bench in case they go behind. But I think if Everton do go ahead in this game, I have more confidence now when we take the lead against teams that we can either push on and get another one or defend it. Maybe not defend a 1-0, but maybe defend a 2-0 because, you know, that was our fall down when we played them last time. We were 2-0 up and got beat 3-2 because we didn't change the way we played. Do you know what I mean? So I just think with David Moyes, I know he can make the right tactical changes and the substitutes. We've seen that. The way he's been setting up lately with that defence, with the wing-backs is working. It's worked against the majority of the teams we've played since he's come back. I just think that lineup against the Bournemouth team will be the correct one to go with again. And I don't see him changing it. I don't see him changing the formation neither.
Yeah. So what's the score prediction?
3-1 Everton.
Yeah, I'm going 2-1 Everton.
Yeah.
Now, last week, by the way, I did a video the day before our match, and I said we were going to win 4-1, and I got 3 of the goals correct as well. So I was pretty good last week. So I'm going to go with a James Garner goal and a Beto goal.
I'm going to go with Beto to score the first. And I'm going to go for the little magician and Die to score 2.
Okay.
Mate, for £14 million. He's got to be one of the best £14 million players the Premier League's ever seen, mate. He has. He's phenomenal. And he's contracted till 2029. Seen something on Twitter the other day. And Die's on fire. One to watch in the summer from some in the know or journalist. What have we got to watch him for? What's he going to do? Not going anywhere. He's not leaving us, mate. £14 million with a contract till 2029. Mate, someone offers us 70 million, 80 million, he can have him. If not, jog on. See ya.
Wouldn't want to be, yeah.
Correcto. Mundo.
Hey, up the toughies. And we will, on that note, leave it there, John, unless you've got anything else to add.
Nothing to add. All that I want to add is we will both be in the Wetherspoons on Saturday yet again. So if you do see us, do come over, say hello. There will be a few of us in there. So
hello, yeah. It's
me. Us you're looking for. I can see it in your eyes.
I can see it in your smile. You're all I've ever wanted.
And your mum's legs are open wide.
Brilliant. Right, that is splendid. Right.
We'll cut that.
Yeah, that's it. We'll cut that.
Yeah. Right, folks. Hopefully see you on Saturday. Don't forget, like, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends. The channel is flying, and it's all down to you lovely people. So we do appreciate the support. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. We will be back.
We are 151 subscribers away from 15,000. Let's make that happen today.
Come on. There must be people who watch these videos who don't subscribe to the channel consistently now. We're probably averaging about 5,000-6,000 views a video. Surely there's, what he's just said, many people or half of that not subscribed. Just hit the subscribe button. You don't have to watch all the time. Just subscribe to get us to the magic mark of 15k.
Yeah. And John will get his brand new haircut that he's had today and shave it all off by Sunday.
What joking, aren't you? This cost me fucking 14 quid. I would have asked him just to shave it off.
Oh, it's the best 14 quid ever spent, ain't it? Because you needed it, you scruffy fucker.
Oh, I did, yeah. I was putting it off for the cup game.
Brilliant. Well, sounds right. See you later, guys. Up the toffees and make sure everyone's legs are shut. Ta-ra.